Jaslyn Singh. Yeah, let's get into some Jaslyn. Jaslyn Singh went on Flagrant. Maybe I'll play the full episode later, but I'm kind of getting Jaslyn Singh exhausted now, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I have Jaslyn Singh fatigue, but there are some clips here taken from her Twitter accounts that kind of, I guess, summarize what happened during the interview. It feels like a damage control interview, which I don't mind, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. I don't mind the damage control interview because they're friends, because I think I'm so used to the Bappaverse, right? I'm so used to Bappaverse. I'm so used to Brendan and Brian sitting in front of a microphone on the same day that the news that Crystalia got cancelled because of all the kiddie diddling stuff and exposed, right? They sat in front of the camera the same day and started commentating on something that basically ruined their friend's life, right? So I'm used to guys exploiting their friend's tragedy for their bottom line. So you have to give these Flagrant guys some level of credit for taking this long to address it, kind of letting the news cycle go. Maybe it's because I was on holiday anyway, but who cares? They kind of let the news cycle go. They didn't address it straight away, and when they did address it, they're trying their best to kind of run cover for Akaash, because that's their boy. They're trying to hold him down. They're not trying to throw him under the bus. They're not trying to make it worse. They're actually trying to PR the whole situation. Now, it's too late for that, right? It's categorically too late for them to PR the situation, because this Jaslyn woman has said so much shit, has said so much horrible stuff, has said so much disrespectful stuff, has said so many, has said so many questionable things online that there's no way that you can PR this. If Jaslyn would have shut the fuck up, this would have worked. But because she hasn't shut the fuck up in between, because there's so many clips of her saying some, stuff that kind of goes against what she said before, or what Akaash said about her and their relationship, there's no way that you can PR this. But they did try. So you have to kind of give them credit for being good friends. But from the clips I've seen, it's a pretty pathetic attempt. I give them credit for trying, but after seeing the clips, it's a pretty pathetic attempt to try and clean it up. I'm not going to lie. Pretty pathetic. And one thing I also noticed, keep an eye out on Akaash's face. He looks like he's going through it. He always kind of looks a bit rough anyway, but Akaash looks like he's going through it. He's had a rough couple of weeks, I think, even behind the scenes. So first clip, let's play the first clip. The first clip says here, Jaslyn Singh explains why she turns away from Akaash every time he tries to kiss her.
Tell us about the duck. Do you always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even knew. That's worse. I didn't
Explain yourself.
I didn't know that I
Tell
did
us
that.
why.
I didn't know that I did that, so I really sat and thought about it. So I think it's a few.
There was a lot of this throughout the interview. There was a lot of this, like, I'm just a girl. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. You're not dumb. We've seen your CV. We've seen you talk on other things. This is not a stupid woman. She's not stupid. So this
powerful bunch.
Yeah, big up NJ Ranger.
Akaash should make white with Schultz to stick it to her.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Make white is fucking insane. Big up NJ Ranger. I did see a meme earlier on. Somebody wrote something, I think on Twitter, said something like, it's crazy because in this interview, Schultz, he touches Akaash more than his wife does. Someone said that in the comments, like Schultz, he actually touches Akaash way more than Jaslyn does. So maybe there's a possibility that he can make some white together. Big up NJ Ranger. Yeah, I don't get this whole thing that she's doing about, oh, I'm just a girl, I'm just really dumb, I had no idea. Come on, you have an idea. You know how bad it looks. You also know why you're doing it. You're doing it because you don't like him, innit? It's okay. Just own up to it. Or you don't like to be kissed by him too often. That's perfectly fine. You're happy to be married with him, to have the car, to buy what you want, but you maybe don't want to be kissing him all the time because it reminds you that you're actually in a relationship with this guy. That's okay. But let's not lie and say you didn't know.
Few things. I think it's like
you really sat and thought about it.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful, I do get a little shy, despite what the internet thinks.
You're popping your pussy in college. How shy can you really be though? So you pop your pussy in college, you have a roster full of men, you have guys eating you out. Because I saw this clip by the way about Abra and Preach. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but Abra and Preach showed this clip where she's bragging about a guy eating her out when she was on her period or something, or just at the end of her period. And again, I'm thinking to myself, like, how are you a virgin though? I didn't see that. There's a clip going around of her bragging about some guy going down on her when she was on her period. But then she says she's a virgin. I'm so confused.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah, I think I also get overstimulated because Akaash
I also don't get the black midget guys who are posing as security. I don't understand that as a comedic trope. Why do they have to be black? Why couldn't they be white? You know, it's a little bit weird. You know, a little bit of racism going on there. I don't really understand why they're there. I don't get the comedic value. Yeah, odd little scene there. Odd little scene. Let me just say that.
does it a lot, like every 30 seconds, like a little bit.
I get it now, this thing. I get it.
That's why I grabbed your chin so you couldn't.
I didn't move my face though. I wasn't gonna let him find
You're Schultz, you check your mic.
I was there.
Schultz, mic check.
Who's Mike? Mine? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Suck that off you.
Okay. So it is a little bit overstimulating for you.
Yeah, it like regulates him, but it kind of overstimulates me. And like,
What's this language? It regulates him. Motherfucker, he's your husband. He wants to kiss you. It's not about regulating his emotion. If anything, it's him expressing that he likes you, that he's in love with you or something, no? It regulates his emotions. And it overstimulates me. Doesn't she post like 1 million TikToks every single day? That's not overstimulating, no? 1 million TikToks. Going to buy 1 million things in shops. She doesn't look like the most organized person in the world. I don't know. She's got a really big mouth, by the way. That's not overstimulating. All the arguments, all the fucking podcasts and shit, all that loud shit is not overstimulating. But suddenly Akaash tries to kiss her, overstimulated. Okay.
the videos people have seen are like the proposal videos. They're like already overstimulating.
Okay, so here's the thing that I think is like very I think the relatable thing is not wanting to make out with your partner in front of your entire family.
Yeah.
But most people just do it because they're like, oh, I don't want my partner to feel embarrassed in this moment, even though they're like, ugh. And you're just like, you just feel the ugh. But I do think it is. I do think it's relatable though to have that sensation of like I don't want to be intimate around my like brother, sisters, or mom, dad.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that.
I don't think anybody actually cares in particular. They're making it more than what it is. It's the combination of things. It's less so about the specific not kissing him on camera. It's the combination of things that illustrate that maybe you don't like him that much, which again is okay. It's her prerogative. We're not trying to force this woman to love her husband, but it's just their refusal to admit what's actually on display. What's on display is that clearly, you know, the way one person feels about the other person is not it's not like mirrored, you know? They're not on the same kind of wavelength when it comes to how they express their love for each other. That much is obvious to see. So I think it's a pretending that's honest. That's a bit annoying. Just own up to it, innit? Just say you're a straight up gold digger, you're heartless. You know what I mean? He has to get what he has to get when he can get it. It's not guaranteed at any time, and it is what it is. I don't know. Just wear it, honestly, innit?
I think that's relatable to people.
Yeah.
But most people just do it and then do a quick one. Like my wife will just give me like a quick smooch and then go back to doing
we never
something.
saw our parents kissing ever, so it's like so foreign to us.
This is an.
You never saw your parents kissing, yet he wants to really kiss you. So you both grew up with parents that weren't the most expressive with their love for each other, yet he feels like he wants to do it too. And shouldn't it be the opposite? When people grow up in houses where their parents aren't lovey-dovey or aren't touchy-feely, don't you sometimes want to like change that when you get in a relationship? Don't you want to be very outward and show, you know? It's like growing up in a household where your parents don't say I love you too much. When you have your own kids, you usually try to say I love you a lot so that you can kind of give the kid what you never got, you know? Or have that kind of communication or have that kind of way of expressing each other's love for each other, you know? So I don't really buy that either. This is full of shit.
This is an interesting thing that a lot of the internet might not understand, but it's like your family, your parents were not like romantically in love at all. And would you say yours?
You could cut romantically.
We don't care about that though, do we? We never have cared about their parents. We're just watching what we see on the internet between these two guys. It's never. I don't think it's that.
You have a gun?
Yeah, big up the Angel Ranger.
Yes, we should all act exactly like our parents.
Exactly. I don't know what's going on here. I don't even know why they're including their parents in this conversation. Like, no one gives a fuck about their parents. Everyone's just watching what is going on in front of. You know, I don't know. Hey. None of my business. I'm just going to play the clip. Let me just play the clips.
You know what I mean?
Were they both arranged? Were the marriages both arranged?
Yeah.
And sometimes arranged marriage, it's a freak off. They love fucking all the time.
Yeah.
Promise.
Probably.
Probably.
But they don't show us. Even
But they
kids don't see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You can't show that to children.
Yeah.
Our kids are gonna see it.
They're going to see it?
Now, especially the internet is
Powerful
current,
boy.
not doesn't show.
Oh,
Yo, big up, big up.
Akaash rocking an FB Jernocta automatic, that's $150,000 watch. What did Lil Wayne say? It ain't trickin' if you got it.
That watch he's wearing is 150. Excuse me? Really? What's it called? FP Jorn Octa. What the that watch right there? I don't know watches at all. I have no idea what watches are. That watch is 150. Big up Akaash. Sorry, big up Akaash. Big up Assad. Hold on, let me see this. What's that? FP Journey. What the fuck is that? FP Journey. FP Journey Octa Automatic. What the fuck is that? Wow. Holy shit. You're right, brother. You're fucking right. Big up Assad Aziz. Look at that. Yeah, that's the watch, isn't it? That's the same one. That one there. 165. Oh my god. You know what? I swear to God, I saw my life. You know what I thought that said? You know what I thought that URL said right there? I thought that URL said jeet.com. I thought that URL said jeet.com. It says jetset.top. I thought that said jeet.com. I was about to say, excuse me? Hold on. Is that the same watch? Looks kind of similar, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the same one. Shit. Excuse me? 150. Holy shit. Holy shit. Where do you think he gets his money from, people? Let me see. Have Flagrant got a Patreon? Where does he get his money, do you think? Where does this guy get his money? Wow. Decent, isn't it? They make 41 grand a month on fucking Patreon. Jesus Christos. Maybe that explains it. Plus the comedy. Jesus Christos. Man's got 100k on his fucking wrist. That also explains why this girl is staying as well. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't love him, but she's not gonna get this lifestyle from anyone else, to be honest. You know? That's a light 100 grand on the wrist. Fucking hell. Me personally, I don't really like it. I'm not gonna lie. Not really for me. Not that it matters, but it's not really for me. What do you guys think in the stream chat? I don't really like it at all. I don't like how the dial was like that. Like, I don't like it. Zero. I like nothing about this watch. What are you guys saying? And it doesn't. And not to be black, not to be African, not to be stereotypical, but it doesn't exactly look like it's worth 100 grand either. Do you know what I mean? That's a problem too. It doesn't look like it's worth 100 grand. It looks like you could buy this on a fucking TikTok shop. You know? It kind of looks TikTok shopish. It doesn't look that great. God damn, bro. Fair play. Fucking hell. I guess Akaash that definitely has it. Akaash, you know.
now she got no excuse.
Yeah, that's true.
Me one.
There we go.
Okay.
She too.
Well,
So, yeah.
Can we settle something for the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you kiss Akaash right now?
I don't even know if I want to see
On
it.
the lips.
Okay,
Prove
go.
everybody
Bring that
wrong.
over here.
But it's gonna mess my leg.
Bring that ass over here. Bring that ass over here.
My dude. Right.
It was overstimulating. It was overstimulating.
I don't even like that. I don't even like that. Her first when he said give him a kiss, the first thing she said was obstruction. The first thing she said was a no, basically. A soft no. But my lipstick is gonna mess up my makeup. The first thing she said was an objection. Okay, whatever. Next clip. Jaslyn Singh gives her husband permission to cheat because of all the trauma she put him through in the past few weeks.
Like, even then, I was like, no, the fuck. She's all talk. She's all bluster. That's why I haven't tested the hand job thing.
Paper tiger.
She's our dog. She's a yapping little dog behind a fence. Nothing's gonna happen. There's no bite. It's all bark, no bite.
So you would say that, but in reality, if he actually did go get
Okay,
it.
like let me think about it. If you actually
think
did
about
go
it.
get it, yes, like I think it would bother me like 30%, but I feel like 70% I'd be like, okay, whatever. I put you through a lot the past couple weeks.
Like he deserves it.
I feel like I owe it to you. I feel like I owe it to you.
I do kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're gonna be supporting
But she
that.
just
We
can't
are
be
so close
prettier
to
than
Chinatown.
Mark's gonna do it.
Who could
I
be
know.
prettier than you?
Wait, she can't be prettier than you.
Yeah, she just can't be prettier than
Yeah. I mean, that's not gonna. Yeah, unless you go.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be an old Chinese lady.
My
Okay, that's
justification
okay.
for the hand, it's emotionless, and it's
It's just like a little thing after a massage. Sure, okay.
yeah, that's a great. I mean, I'm on
fine.
board.
Yeah.
High five.
I also like the fact that it's just less work for you.
Yeah.
And I know your day is full of work.
I guess they could say everything's a joke, innit? Everything's a joke, everything's a joke, everything's a joke. But I don't know. Like, is it though? Is it? So what? She can't be bothered to give Akaash a hand job or something? Is that what she's kind of saying? You can kind of go and get one at a fucking masseuse if you want or something. Or they're just joking about that too. Again, the whole point isn't, oh, because I've annoyed you, you can go and cheat on me. Just stop annoying me, innit? You know? That's not the point of the situation. It's not like, oh yeah, you can go fuck somebody else now to get your frustration out if you want because I've been annoyed. Just don't annoy me. Just be normal, innit? Like, that's, you know what I mean? Just don't be a bitch. Don't be obnoxious. Don't be insufferable. You know? Is it really that difficult? I don't know. Pretend like you love me. Pretend at least. Just act like it. Another one. Jocelyn Singh clears up the white boy frat allegations. Oh, this should be a good one.
Allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Yeah,
what does a roster
what is that?
mean to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, you know. Okay. So I was.
Catholics
Isn't she Muslim though? No? Isn't she Muslim?
was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey.
Not gonna lie, little pet peeve here. I hate her fingers. Little pet peeve. I hate her fingers. There's something very short and like scammy and nitpicky about her. I don't like her fingers. She could pick a lock. Like she could pickpocket you and something. There's something about her fingers I don't like. Anyway, let's continue.
Short in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time.
So suddenly she doesn't know the meaning of words. So you could have said I was talking to two guys specifically, but you said a roster. A roster would denote, I think a roster would mean more than even five, no? A roster, I was thinking a roster, because if you say a couple, that means two. If you say a few, people usually you mean three or more. But if you say a roster, someone would be perfectly okay to think, if you say roster, you might mean more than five or you might mean more than 10. So suddenly she doesn't know what these words mean. You wanted to say roster, but you actually meant two. Okay, that sounds like bullshit.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out.
I'm sorry, but I'm not American. I know in America, for the most part, if you say you hooked up with somebody, you usually mean you did stuff of a sexual nature with them. When you say making out, that usually means you kissed them. Sometimes making out can actually mean like passionately kissing, you know, like tongues and all sorts, panting and wherever, hands going wherever. Kissing is like kissing, but those words mean what they mean. You can never confuse hooking up for making out or making out for hooking up. I don't think so. And again, this is coming from a British man, an English man, someone from away from where you guys are at. And even I know there's a clear difference between making out and hooking up. You don't really confuse them. If you say you made out with somebody, you know what you're trying to say. If you say you hooked up with somebody, you know what you're trying to say. Or we all know what you're trying to say. This is complete bullshit in my personal opinion.
Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah, literally. One of our fans.
It doesn't work like that. People that I've met that are prudes, they are prudes all the way. Because even the words coming out of your own mouth are going to make you feel a bit of a way. Even the words coming out your own mouth are going to make you feel a little bit awkward, a little bit uncomfortable. Prudes don't act like this. Prudes don't say crazy, bombastic, outlandish things, talk about their sexual life in great detail if that's not what actually happened. Because you're going to cringe yourself out. That doesn't work that way, to be honest.
Asked us, would you guys have an orgy? So I just said, oh, I'm actively trying, like as a joke. Now, looking back, like it's been pointed out to me and I get that. I feel like for us,
it's been pointed out to me. You couldn't watch that video of you sitting down with your friend and her husband and stuff, and you basically fantasizing about, you know, an orgy or a foursome, whatever. You couldn't watch that and think that's a bit inappropriate. I also would love, like, did anyone in this interview ask her, What if Akaash did the same thing you do to him to you? How would you feel about that? Just that's a simple test of is it right or wrong. If Akaash did exactly the same thing that she was doing on that interview in the podcast and started thirsting over her friend saying how much he wants to fuck her, how would she deal with that?
I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash, not to like justify it, but just to explain like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi dimensions of my personality, so they're just seeing this one thing.
Right.
So the orgy joke started with like Akaash being like, oh, Nav's really hot. Like Akaash would show Nav's picture to his trainer or whatever because he's like really like, ripped or whatever.
I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey. Cut that. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I wasn't a virgin until I met him, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
I don't believe that. And I don't believe it, not to say that I think she's had a million dicks or stuff, but I just don't believe it in the conventional sense. Because she thinks she is because, she thinks she is. She believes it. But I don't think so because all the stuff that she shared, you're not a virgin. If a guy goes down on you, you're not a virgin. If a guy engages in butt play with you, you're not a virgin. I'm sorry. Like that all that stuff counts. It's like I don't understand we're in a world where like you could do all that stuff and still say, and it's like that's like virgin stolen valor, no?
Good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that.
Ooh. So if she wasn't a virgin, he'd be insecure about her making those jokes. But because she's a virgin, he's not insecure. But he's not secure about it. Oh. Honestly, guys in the stream chat, guys watching me all around the world, be very, very cautious about who you choose as your life partner. Sometimes it's better to be alone. Sometimes it's better to just get a cat, get yourself a dog. You know what I mean? Learn a hobby, learn a little trade, like, because you might end up in a situation where you can't really get out of it, because if you do, you have to give her half of your money. And if you stay, you're going to be constantly reminded every time you look at her that she woke up one day after a Tinder date and her butt was hurting.
I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, it's an orgy, so it's all of us. It's not like talking.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Yeah.
I say you're being inclusive. You're being inclusive.
I thought was being
it's not a.
She's playing up this like dumb girl, I'm just a girl thing. She's playing up to it. She's really playing up to it, like, but she's not that dumb. Big up, Abe Martinez.
Not trying to defend her, but I know a lot of girls who talk a big X's game. They're actually very vanilla and just lay there. Jas is a bad person.
Abe Martinez, I agree with you, but you said a very distinct thing there. I know a lot of girls like that too, who talk a big game. They're very vulgar. They're always talking about what they're going to get up to. I'm going to do that, whatever, right? Then when it comes down to it, it doesn't really play out. But. She says she was a virgin, but the way she talks, she doesn't talk like a virgin. That's the difference. You're talking about somebody that maybe says they're very adventurous in the bedroom. Then once they get in there, it's just missionary all day, right? Doggy's a fucking, exotic fucking location somewhere. But she was the one that was yapping and making it seem like she's had all these experiences. But now she's trying to tell you that, oh no, not actually. Everything I said, all those extra details I gave you, all that fucking, whatever, all of my sexual history, that's not true. I'm a repressed girl. I'm just kind of playing it up to make me appear more cool. I've not met a single girl like that. I've not met a single girl that talks. If anything, this is mostly a boy thing. If that makes sense. That's mostly a guy thing. You'll meet a guy that will say, oh yeah, I fucked her, and they're lying, right? Guys lie on their dick all the time. I don't know why, but guys lie on their dicks all the time. But it's not really a woman thing. You don't usually hear of women who say, I got, whatever when I was younger about all these guys, and then you find out none of it's true. It's not really a thing. So that's why I think she's lying. The only time it's a thing where girls do that is maybe fat girls, That's the only time it happens. Maybe fat girls or like conventionally unattractive girls who maybe want to feel like they are also taking part in like hooking up and shit. They don't want to feel left out, and they might tell their girlfriends that they have more sexual experience than they actually have. But I don't think I've heard of a single girl talk the way that she has if they're not really about that life, you know? If they're not really about that life. And also, to be fair to fat girls, they be fucking. People fuck them in secret, but they be fucking, you know? I don't think I've met many fat girls that are virgins. People in the stream chat, let me know. I don't think I've met many fat girls in my life that are virgins. They be fucking. They be fucking. So anyway, let's continue. Another one here. Akaash Singh's wife Jasleen made an appearance. She talked about Rosta. We spoke about it already, didn't we? I spoke about the Rosta one already. Akaash wife Jasleen talks about how she invested in him low and waited for the investment to go high while being provider and paying for everything. Okay, cool.
Gold digger?
Yeah. Because I invested low and waited for it to go high.
You're a gold prospect.
Yeah, that's not a gold digger.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like a what is that? You're like a hedge fund manager.
Yeah, you're like Akaash with Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like
She bought much lower than I did. she bought at the bottom, dude. She could not have bought
That is
lower.
something that
but
is.
to be fair, it's like I was working too in the beginning,
One
and
of us
you
was
weren't.
working.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
When we met, I worked at Goldman Sachs. I got a job at Deloitte after I graduated college.
Yeah.
I was a consultant.
Sleeping in until 12 a.m. 12 p.m.
Data analytics.
Right? Yeah.
You're a gold digger.
I was
You
a
got the gold digger right here. You got this girl sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, I know. This whole thing backfired.
I was paying rent.
I used to really believe that you guys were poor with his sob stories so we could get Patreon going. I didn't know you were working at a fucking hedge fund this whole time he was spending your money.
Well, I wasn't making that much. I was making
You have
like...
a gun?
Yeah, big up, A. Martinez.
Fat girls definitely get a lot more duck. Love them.
Yeah, for sure. A. Martinez knows bull. A. Martinez knows bull. You know 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 bull.
70 grand a year.
Yeah, bit up Coiler in the stream chat. Bit up Coiler. Akash's worst year was making 100K. She still left him for a year. Exactly.
In New York City on 2 people.
But that's good though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay, so then when did you guys get really broke? And why did you stay with him?
2018. Okay, do you want the real answer or the fun answer?
I want to know the real answer. And like, I want to know that because I heard this beautiful story that Akaash told about you guys sleeping on the floor and then like him wanting to give you his North Face or something. And then you gave it back because you're like, it's not Mew Mew. I'm not sleeping in North Face. You saved your money and gave me Mew Mew. And then I'll sleep on the...
I guess they kind of have to lie about this, isn't it? Because she's been made to look like a gold digger. And I guess she doesn't like the way it's making her look. I just don't get why you just don't own up to it, you know? Because you are what you are, innit? You are what you are. Just own up to it. But I guess they're trying to make her look like she's not by mentioning the fact that he didn't work or whatever when he was, you know, making good money at the time anyway, doing the MTV stuff. And, you know, as Coiler mentioned, you know, he made 100 grand and she still left him anyway. So whatever. It's just a nonsense they're trying to clean up in it. So there's not really much I can really add to that. And then the last clip is this clip here from the Reddit that says Akaash isn't buying her new story.
You're not going to divorce and take half her money? That's off the table?
No, sadly, no.
Damn.
I thought about it because she's such a liar.
I'm gonna divorce her to take half my money.
Yeah, dude, she's such a liar, though. I was too stupid to know for 10 years. Never bothered just asking.
Yeah.
So what can you do?
Guys,
I don't know about you, but that sounded like a real moment there. That didn't sound like a jokey joke. But hey, it is what it is, man. I, for one, am fully bored of these two. I'm fully bored. I do not care. I really don't. It's just interesting to kind of observe from the outside looking in. If they both want to believe that it's okay what they're doing, how they're behaving, or how she behaves to him, cool, no problem. If he's okay with it, cool, no problem. Like I said, I'm gonna give props to Flagrant still for not capitalizing or, you know, basically, you know, making the most out of this, because they probably could have made a lot of money from talking about this every single day that it happened, but they didn't. They waited until the guy got back. They spoke about it in this way. They tried to spin it and help him out. It obviously didn't work. The dislike ratio on fucking YouTube, the dislike ratio on YouTube for this video is fucking crazy, bro. Look at that. I don't think I've seen that in my life. 58,000 dislikes to 13,000 likes. Like clearly the people have spoken. They do not believe them. They do not believe They didn't go for it. The people didn't go for it at all, which is what it is. And that's it, innit? We just have to leave it there, really. We have to leave it fucking there. I also think it's a good thing for guys and women to see all around, you know, because I think for the women out there that are gold diggers, I think that should set you right. I don't think, because I think what she kind of does is the whole gold digger feminist thing. I don't think you could be a gold digger and a feminist. You kind of have to give up the feminism shit, you know, and just be a good gold digger. I think for the gold diggers out there, it's probably going to set them straight and say, hey, there's some girls out there who are taking the piss. They're getting all the gold digger perks without doing all the gold digger jobs, all the gold digger fucking job requirements and shit. For the guys out there, it should also give you an idea on what you should avoid, you know, and what you should look out for, kind of thing. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Let's quickly read some of the comments and I'm going to move on. What's the comment saying here? Actually, is that okay? Yeah, cool. Let's read the comments slightly here. Flagrant think we're Akaash level stupid. Jesus, 12,000 likes. Flagrant must think we're Akaash level stupid. Akaash still believes her body count is 1. At this point, someone needs to interview one of those frat boys. I'm here reading the comments while the video is paused at the beginning. The video does not change the fact that Akaash married the village rickshaw. Akaash best joke, my wife is a virgin. All of them pretending she's actually shy and innocent creature is hilarious. Exactly. I'm a shy Indian girl. I have 2 butt stories. Exactly. Took y'all 2 weeks to come up with this. This made him look worse. To destroy your husband's dignity, you must first destroy your own. Simp Zoo. Honestly, how are these comments funnier than the comedians? Simp Zoo, you know. Bring in the lie detector guy. Are they trying to convince us or themselves? I'll believe there's no Epstein list before I believe this shit. This is worse than when Will Smith went to the red table. One woman destroyed an entire crew's reputation and credibility. I'm actually embarrassed that I used to watch this podcast. Akaash's wife cheeks have gotten more claps than this entire comedy career. The only winner in this situation is the comment section. They deleted a comment that we all agree with. Flagrant died the moment this came out. Flagrant died today. 12 years a simp, the Akaash story. I feel like Akaash was in his divine feminine. I feel like Akaash was in his divine female energy. I call it. They will delete this video. Mark my words. This is the gayest way to handle the situation. The worst thing you can do is try to make your audience look dumb. Hey Akaash, your wife is saying HJ and BJ don't count. It's not a good thing. That's actually a good thing, to be fair. The humiliation ritual continues. His favorite position is the chair. A roster of guys just meant 2 guys. Bullshit. If this was anybody else, Andrew would be killing them. This shit is embarrassing. 5 minutes in and I'm insulted they think we're that stupid. Akaash looks like he's aged 5 years. My greatest fear is to end up with a friend circle like Akaash's. Fakest group on earth. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think his friends have told him about his girl, but he loves her. I don't think they have never not told him. I think he's more than aware that his friends think his girl's a nightmare, but, you know, it is what it is. I think most of us have friends like that, you know. There are people that we don't like. It just is what it is. Akaash married the village rickshaw. Don't waste your time. I'm 5 minutes in and they're making excuses. The fake laughing is almost corporate level. Andrew touches Akaash more than his wife. So much chemistry. Didn't watch, came here for the comments. She must have forgotten we're not her husband. She can't gaslight and deflect us into her nonsense. Kissing Akaash overstimulates me, like when I'm being passed around at a frat house. She literally said one night she met a dude on Tinder and woke up with whole pain. His pain is clearly visible behind the fake laugh. This is worse than anything I ever imagined. Basically, the comments have spoken. Nobody believes them. Nobody believes them. But I'm glad to finally close this chapter because I'm over it. I'm fucking over it.